I'm doing a PS5 giveaway. Make sure you watch my next video to find out how you can have a chance at winning this PS5, all right? It's your boy Franchise back with the Pool Talk podcast. And listen, man, Frank Martin did his thing last night. I had to touch on this real quick. Everybody saw the Frank Martin knockout with Tank Davis, but at the end of the day, that's Tank. You know what I mean? Tank is going to be Tank. I can't, say that Frank Martin did bad in that fight either. Frank Martin is actually a really good, really skilled fighter. Frank Martin's problem in the Tank fight is he was not supposed to make himself get caught on the rope, and he did. If Frank Martin had kept that fight in the middle of the ring, I feel like he would have been able to evade Tank, and he would have been able to at least make it to the 12th round. Not saying he would have won, but he would have made it to the 12th round. Frank Martin is a very, very skilled fighter. Frank Martin can fight going backwards. He can fight going forward. He's a highly skilled fighter, and he's strong too. 2 knockdowns in this fight. The second knockdown was the final knockdown. This guy, Bartholomew, I knew that Frank Martin was going to come out on top because Bartholomew, he has a bad habit of throwing lazy jabs, right? When you throw a lazy jab, as my trainer always used to tell me in the gym all the time, when I trained in boxing, don't throw a lazy jab because you leave yourself open up for your guy to slap it down and come back with something that you don't want to happen to you, And if you look at the jab that Bartholomew was throwing, when Frank Martin slapped it down, it was a very lazy jab. That's why you don't want to get lazy and throw lazy jabs in the ring. He slapped it down. It didn't even take much for him to slap it down, because it was a weak jab. But, shout outs to Frank Martin, man. And he did his thing, and I can't wait to see what he do at 140. There's a lot of good fighters at 140. I would like to see Frank Martin and Richardson Hitchens, honestly speaking. That's one of the fights I would like to see, because that's 2 people with great skill. 2 young guys that's in the prime of their careers. And I feel like, or 2 young guys that's coming into the prime of their careers, so I would like to see that fight, man. Do y'all want to see Richardson Hitchens versus Frank Martin? If y'all want to see that, let me know. All right, leave it down in the comments, and we're gonna chat about it. All right, make sure y'all hit like, comment, and hit that subscribe button below. Like and comment below, subscribe, and hit that bell notifications for more.